Welcome back to the West Coast for episode 17 with me, MrSealyp. So this field is now cleared. 40,000 litres in this trailer. The last 4,500 litres or so that I had in the harvester I've put into the silo just up here at the farm. And obviously I've then done a little bit of work over at Mountain View Farm just to make sure that the cows are okay with the extra ones I put in. So that's that done. Now I'm going to go and sell this, my first proper crop off of field 10 and field 15. Works out both fields came in at about 44,500 litres I think all told, which is pretty good, not a bad yield off those. And the best price at the moment is at Little Wallhope Farm. It's running at about 1,900 and something for 1,000 litres, so I should do right out of this. It is rising slightly, so I could keep hold of this a little bit longer maybe, but I'm going to sell it. I need to, well, I want to make a little bit of money from actually selling a crop. I did it originally off what was in the fields and what I had in my silos, but I want to actually, this is my first, selling my own crop. The oilseed rape, sorry, is going incredibly well in field 15, not 15, 14. 16, first growth through the ground down the bottom. My sunflowers in 33. Did I say my sunflowers? My corn, even, is doing very well, and the sugar beet in field 48 is ready to harvest. So this episode I'm going to sell this, and I'm going to lease a sugar beet harvester and get that field cleared. I'm going to repurpose that field then for sunflower, because I don't think I've got any sunflower in the ground. So that is the plan for this episode. I am waiting on confirmation of some sheep to be delivered from Bluebell. So when they come, I'll get those sorted out, and maybe we can get some more wool produced. I also at some point off screen need to come back up to Little Wallhope Farm to the orchard and get some more water in for the trees, but I still don't think I've got enough manure for all of them. Between the pigs and the cows there just isn't enough at the moment. But yes, we're all going very, very well here. Field 33 is looking good. Now I have to be careful here. I got criticised, only one comment, to say that it was my own fault about the accident in the last episode because I should have looked behind me. At the end of the day, I was indicating, I did swing out, and realistically, had I looked behind me, the car still would have ploughed into me, only because, and it's no criticism of BulletBill or the map, it's just the way the cars are programmed on this. They are mildly aggressive, to say the least. Actually, going to turn my indicator off now. Don't need that on. I don't indicate very often, and when I do, I forget. That's why I don't do it very often. I'm getting old. I'm like a pensioner. Now, just got to remember where the sell point was. It's around these parts somewhere. It was around here, wasn't it, as I recall? There was a grate. Whether I can get back out again or not, that's a whole different ball game. There we go. So, I'll swing around here a little bit. And then back up to there. Okay, let's see how we do. Not bad is how we're going to do. Bam. 76,000. Wow. That's awesome. I am more than happy with that. Okay. Now let's see if with a little bit of, say a little bit of delicate handling. Let's see if I can just back that into that space behind without hitting anything. Oh, yeah, okay. We'll pretend that didn't happen. I'll pretend I saw those crates and didn't crash into them. Yes, those ones there. They're just empty wooden boxes. It's all fine. It's okay. Right. And back up again. Right. Okay, we're done. Not bad at all. I'm happy with that. That gives me a little bit of money to lease the Sugarbeet harvester that I want to lease. And still a little bit more left in the bank, which is good. I've still got crops in the ground all over the place. I'm going to get this... actually, I might leave this trailer here and this tractor for the time being, because I'm going to need it for doing field 48. So I'll pull this up here. I'll jump out. And let's sort out a Sugarbeet harvester. To the store. So, down at the store. And I'm going to get rid of the Dooley bale trailer. Not because there's anything wrong with it at all. I did bales very, very early on. And if I do any more silage bales to sell, I might have a go using the auto stack, the auto loader. I know it's not particularly realistic, but I haven't really used it much in game. So I'm going to get rid of this, and plus I've been doing a lot of loose to put into the silos so I can make total mixed ration. So realistically, I'm not likely to use this. If I get another one, I might get a different sort, but it gives me an option to try a few different things out. I'm not going to get a lot of money for this, but I'll 12,000. That's all right. I'll sell that. So we're up to 292. Not bad. So now I need to lease the Sugarbeet harvester. This I'm going to do off screen. You won't see what I'm going to do in store. You'll see the machine when it's here. So yes, exciting times. So that wasn't cheap to lease. 41,040. But because I sold all that stuff and I had a bit of money. That was the whole point. And it's not. Yes, I do want to make money on this farm, but I also want to show off equipment and use various different things that I haven't used before. I did a guide to on this machinery, and coming soon there is going to be the new DLC with this in. This is the modded version. Then obviously Giants will have their own version. The ROPA Panther 2. I like this. I like it a lot. It's really nice. And I've gone with the 9, I think it is. I went with the one that comes kind of with it. So that's I'm sure that was the 9. I'm going to go back into store and double check that. Yeah, the ROPA R9 header. Now, something I didn't know. Let's just jump in this. Let's start it up because it sounds awesome. If I turn the lights on, look at the... I didn't notice that before. The eyes on the Panther. And I think it does the same on the Tiger as well. When you turn the lights on, the eyes glow green. Look at that. Nice touch. Anyway, right, header. I'm going to get to the header. That's interesting where that's been put. Let's see if I can get into the corner. I might have to nudge this round a little bit. Bearing in mind I'm leasing this, I don't really want to break it, but you know, needs must and all that. Right, let's see if we can try that. Slight little bit of manoeuvring. There we go. Right, header. Let's fold that up. Visibility with the header pulled up isn't brilliant, as you can see. Actually, visibility is appalling with the header pulled up. And we need to get down to field 48, which is a bit of a drive. I'm going to do it out of cab because time's right. Excellent. Beacon's on. This is the smaller of the two. The Tiger has got the double axle at the back, so this is twin axle rather than 3 axles. But I do like this. I wanted the small one because of manoeuvring around the streets, that kind of thing. And I've used the Holmers a lot, I suppose, since they came out. I wanted to try something new. See, this is massive, isn't it? I might have been better off. I might have been better off using the trailed equipment actually for the west coast, but never mind. What's the worst that can happen? I might crash into a few cars on the way. Look at the fuel tank, 1,290, well, probably 1,300 litres I would imagine. Yep, that head is a bit big. Imagine having to fill that up, that must cost a fortune. Now this has a trailer hook which will hook up to its own trailer if you want to. I'm going to take over the trailer from Little Woolhope Farm and we'll use that with the JCB so we can avoid crashing. I'm going to use my indicators again. I know I don't know. Oh, there's one up high as well. Let's turn down here. And I'm going to head off to field 48. I will see you there in a moment. Indicators off. Nice. So, I'll see you at field 48. So as we slowly saunter through Little Woolhope, causing an absolute racket. I'm trying to find the turning. Where is it? No field. Ah, just here. Right. Let's turn in here. It should be just up here. Now, looking at the map, I've got actually quite a lot of fields which need harvesting. Field 33 with the corn in is ready to harvest. Field 14 with my oilseed raping is ready to harvest. So quite a bit of harvesting to do. I am on field 33, like I said a while back, going to do a silage harvest on that and get a load of silage up to, or get the chaff anyway, up to Mountain View Farm. So I've got plenty for the cows for making total mixed ration, but if I've got a load left over I might take some down to the BGA and just ferment some down there as well. I haven't really decided on that but yet, so there's probably going to be an episode with a forage harvester coming up and a bit of a silage harvest. But first let's get this sugar beet done and I can repurpose this field as well. I've got 10 and 15 as well that I can repurpose, so quite a few things I can be doing. Let's fold the header down. Beacons can come off. Let's open this up. Now at some point I do want to hire a worker. Let's turn it on. Well, I'm going to go around the edges first. Hope this is going to work. It is, and the yield should be fairly okay. I did a load of contracting on this field before I bought it, and that was one of the reasons why I bought it. I had loads of sugar beet. I'd done a load of work on it anyway. The price was fairly good, so I thought, you know what, I'll just get it. And I have to say that yield is going to be, I think, incredibly good. It's not a bad sized field either. This is the smaller of the two, as I already said. The Tiger 6, is it? I think is the bigger one. This tank capacity, I think, is only 30,000 litres. I'm pretty sure the Tiger 6 is a 45, I think. Spin that around a bit if I can without hitting the hedge. Drop that back down. Try to drive over what I've already done. Okay, right. So it's rather a bumpy field. Lovely. We are sugar beeting. Very nice indeed. I like this ROPA. It's going to be interesting when the new mod pack comes out. It kind of pretty much mirrors, I think, the Holmer setup. You're going to have the two ROPA harvesters, and then there's going to be the ROPA sugar beet lifter, I guess. The one that picks it all up off the ground with conveyor belts and puts it into trailers. So, yeah, pretty much mirroring the Holmer stuff. But if you think back to my guide tour I did on this, the guy that invented this machine, built this machine and started the ROPA company, my mind's gone blank who it was, did go to work for Homer for quite some time. So you can understand why the designs are fairly similar. Actually, I think what I will do, just to get an idea, I'm assuming the Sugarbeet is going off slightly to the left. I'll put an arrow. If I hire a worker now, yeah, that's the direction the field goes. So that's kind of either north, south or east, west. So what I'll do is try and get myself a rectangle, set the worker off. I'm obviously just going to go right across the middle of the field now, which isn't going to help very much. But the Sugarbeet is filling up, and I'm going to need to go and get a trailer. Yeah, that's... yeah, that didn't help at all. Anyway, never mind. I'll clear that bit of the side myself. But it does give me some idea. No, don't do that. Turn it on myself. Go right to the edge. Right, I'm going to let the worker carry on for a minute. I'll go and get the trailer because this is going to fill up very, very quickly. I'll do around the edges, clear all those, and then set myself the rectangle in the middle. This is going to be incredibly high yielding. The payment isn't very much, but it's going to make up for it by the yield, so that should be very, very good. Yes, I'm sure it's only 30,000 litre. I'll see you in a minute. The first 30,000 is ready, and I've put the pipe out to make sure I get around underneath this properly. It's hard to see. There we go. The rear wiper attachment is right in the way there. So 30,000, I've just gone over the crop. Oh, nearly. Another 10,000, that'll be a full trailer. I am going to sell all the Sugarbeet because I've got about 40,000 litres of potatoes in storage for the pigs, so I'm alright at the moment. So all of the Sugarbeet I'm going to sell. It's only selling for about 200 and something. It's not very much at all, but a Frontier design is where I'm going to sell it. So I'll pull that out of the way. Turn the beacon off. And carry on. Pipe in. Turn it on. So I'm going to clear this section first, around the edges, get my rectangle, we'll be good to go. What I am likely to do is a little bit of a kind of a time lapse. I'm not going to speed up too much. I normally only speed up mine by ×2 when I do them. I've tried ×4 a few times and it just seems to go very stuttery, kind of jerky when it does it. It doesn't look great. I don't know if when I actually then render it and post the video it seems smoother, but I know in editing it looks awful. So I generally only do it ×2. I might try one on a ×4 and just see how it pans out, because it just worries me that it's going to look so bad. I know people don't often sit and watch the time lapses. I put a bit of music with it, and often people will skip through, and that's, you know, perfectly natural if people want to do that. But I know some people then say, but we don't see you doing any of the harvesting, so, you know, it's a bit of a catch-22. I could either harvest this entire field and talk the whole time and bore people stupid, or do a time lapse which some people skip and some people won't, or not show it, which seems a bit of a pity. You know, the whole point of leasing a different bit of equipment and using it is to see it being used, I thought. So, yeah. Shouldn't really have lifted the header there, but I didn't. Bit naughty. The animations on these are incredible. I know when I did the guide to I said that, and I know when I've done the Holmers before I've said that. These headers, the stuff that's going on. Wonderful. Right, move that head. I need to find the line up the side here. Just going to be out a little bit as well, but not the end of the world. Let's drop that down. Actually, it's going to be a lot out, isn't it? What I might do, let's do that, and do some strips to give myself a kind of some square edges. That might help, mine it. So, the harvester's full again, but I needed 10,000 litres out of it to fill the trailer. So the harvester is going to wait, because if I set it off again, it's going to do 10,000 litres in no time at all. So that's 40,000 litres, and I've been round the edges and done a bit of tidying up. So I'm going to get a fair bit off this. I'm not going to make a huge amount of money. And you may then be asking, well, why are you bothering? Because surely what it's cost you to lease it, you're going to get back, so why bother doing the crop? Well, I wanted the field anyway. I might not sell all the sugar beet. I might put one load into storage. I'll see how much I get. And I had done the other jobs as well and sold the other crops to allow for leasing the harvester. So I don't mind. As long as I don't end up worse off by the end of it, that's all that matters. Now, this is the route I didn't get a chance to do before, and I said I wanted to show because I think it's quite cool. When I hadn't been down to Frontier Design this way before, normally I get along to here and turn right here down to Stonehill Farm, but I'm going to carry straight along. So we get to go on the dual carriageway. All very exciting. Now, got to remember the way to go. I'm not getting it wrong, because one side you go down the dual carriageway. Get this right. And it takes you, I'll go the wrong way, if that makes any sense. So, turn down here, read the signs, MrSealyp, down past the lumberyard, which I haven't really been to at all yet. And then when I get to here, I need to turn left, which brings me down to the correct side of the dual carriageway. And down to Frontier. Like I say, don't really come this far out on. I haven't done yet. Slow down a little bit. Nothing coming onto the dual carriageway. There we go. So yeah, don't often come this way. Looking back behind me is not really going to help, is it? Then I should chuck a left at the roundabout at the bottom. Hopefully there hasn't been another accident. And then round two, I'll keep indicating the sell point. I believe it's just the sell point where everything else gets sold. Sold? Blimey, what is wrong with me? Let's go up onto here and I should get the there we go. Turn the indicator off. There we go, and let's sell. Like I say, it's not going to be a huge amount, maybe about 10,000, 12,000. It's not going to be a huge amount of money. Maybe not even that much actually. I hoped it would be, but not even that. Okay, 9,400. So to make back the money that I leased the harvester for, I'd have to do 4 loads of 40,000. Maybe even more actually, because that wouldn't even give me 40,000, would it? So it's not going to be about making money out of Sugarbeet. I just wanted to use the harvester, in all honesty, and I've got a new field out of it anyway, so round the roundabout, and back up the dual carriageway, up to field 48. I wonder how many loads it's actually going to take me. This is the second load in the cramped trailer. The harvester has got another full load of 30,000. I'm about a third of the way across the field, and I don't think I'm quite halfway across the field yet. So I've decided I am going to stick one load into storage. That's 40,000 litres. So if anything, if I sell the rest and just about cover my costs for leasing the Sugarbeet harvester, I still manage to get 40,000 litres into storage. Add that to the 40,000 litres of potatoes I've got in storage, and I've got plenty for the pigs. They don't use a lot of root crops, but I've got some in here should I need them. and it kind of makes the whole thing a little bit more palatable is probably the best way of putting it. So there we go, 40,000 litres of Sugarbeet in storage. The next 40,000, well, everything else off that field I'm going to sell. So if I do manage to get to 40,000, I've covered the leasing cost. It's not the end of the world. Let's come to the gate, get back to the field, and finish off. I think that's almost it. I'm pretty sure. Let's get back to the field first. We'll unload the harvester one more time, set it off again. I've been meaning to do the Sugarbeet harvest for a while. And like I said, there is a silage harvest coming up in field 33. I've got oilseed rape to clear off of field 14. I also put... Oh, that's a point. What did I put in 16? My mind has gone blank. What did I put in 16? Oh, that was more soybean, was it? I put soybean in 16 as well. Okay, so when that's done, that'll be another field to harvest. Yeah, so 14 is ready to be harvested. As is 33, which is just here. That's ready to go. 48 I'm in the middle of doing now. So I'll probably have done, yeah, maybe half of it. Looking at the edges, probably have done about half of 48. So yeah, it's all looking pretty good. Field 51 is ploughed, and I haven't put anything in it. So that's going to need, yeah, wow, okay, I've got loads to do. I am going to need to be incredibly busy. Join you on the spot with cultivators, seeders, and try and get some stuff replanted. Wow, okay. I have been asked a few times actually why I'm not running seasons on the West Coast. There's no major reason for it. It's got nothing to do with the map or anything like that. It's more because I'm running seasons on the Valley of the Old Farm, and when I first started off using the seasons mod, I'm trying to get my head around it, trying to use it kind of effectively, and I think trying to use it on two maps at the same time and remembering what you've done and when is going to prove quite complicated. So I'm sticking to one Let's Play with seasons and one without, and hopefully Spectacle Island is going to be coming along soon. I'm hoping to, and this is a fingers crossed moment, I'm hoping to do that as a joint with Sealy EG. That's kind of what we're aiming for. She apparently has worked out a schedule, or schedule, depending on where you're from in the world, of how that's going to work. We'll see. I think with my job, her school, and all the work we're both doing, if we can stick to it, it'll be a miracle. If we can, it'll be brilliant. So we may well do Spectacle Island together. We'll see how that pans out. But we have come to the end of another episode. I'm going to continue with the Sugarbeet harvest on here. Clear this all off and we'll see what we end up with in the next episode. Obviously the amount in the bank account will give us some indication of how well we've done. I'm hoping to get up roughly around where I was. If I've done about half the field so far and I've got 3 loads off of it, the other half should give me another 3 loads, which should put me around the 290 mark, so I should be about where I was. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.